Well, I couldn't find a very scenic campsite, so I had to settle for this one. Hello friends, family, total strangers. Today's video is going to be on the advantages of van life. So last week, I pretty much spent the entire video crapping on people's fantasies of van life. But this week I want to talk about what's great about it, like what's awesome about it, what are some of the advantages. I've already done a best things about van life for me video, which was a few videos ago, check that out. But this one is just kind of going a little further on that and just talking about some of the huge advantages of not only van life but nomadic living has over traditional lifestyle. The first one that really jumps out to me is, and everything's going to fit into this category. Pretty much everything I'm going to talk about fits into the category of flexibility. The amount of flexibility you have as a nomad compared to as a static dweller it's nice. So item number one along those lines is travel. And not only domestic travel, because I've done a lot of that. I've been all over here and there, mostly the West, but I've gone back east and whatnot, and but also international travel. So when you have an apartment or a house or whatever, and you have monthly rent or a mortgage payment or whatever, if you travel overseas for a month, you're paying that mortgage or you're paying that rent while you're overseas. So however much it costs you to go, it also costs you that much money to go unless you can sublease your place. And I mean, I wouldn't even want to do that. I don't want some stranger staying in my house. So yeah, that's the ability to travel. And I'm going to do a whole video on international travel once I actually do it again here. But I took a 7-week trip to Southeast Asia, I guess it was last year. And it was amazing. And I would not have been able to do that in my old life. I wouldn't have been able to get 7 weeks off. And on top of that, it would have cost me a lot more money because I would have had to pay all my regular bills. And as it is right now, all my regular expenses like gas and food aren't really going to be that much more expensive there depending on where you go to. So yeah, international travel is a huge advantage to not have those bills when you're traveling. Another huge advantage is being able to adjust the weather around you. So no matter where you live in the US, odds are the weather's crappy some part of the year. Or it's not to your liking some part of the year. And having the ability to just adjust, and even if it's, even if you're in a town like Jackson and it gets up into the 90s, you can just go up a couple hundred feet or a couple thousand feet in elevation in one of the areas around, and you're right back down into the 80s, 70s, whatever. So where I am right now, it's pretty cool. It's probably high around 70 today. I'm about 9,000 feet, and yeah, it's awesome. It's beautiful. This is Brooks Lake behind me. I don't know if in the editing process if I will have mentioned that. So this is up in the Toby Pass area. So I'm going to break this video up a little bit and show you some more footage from the weekend. So here's that. So this is another one of my happy places. This is Brooks Lake, which is in, so this is about an hour and, hour and 15 minutes from Jackson. So this is east of Jackson. And I came up to this area for the first time in '95. And yeah, this place has always been really special to me. So super beautiful lake, and there's lots of great hiking trails around here, so I'm gonna take you on one of them. So I just did this amazing hike to Bonneville Pass, and I took all the video footage for it. Let's see if I can zoom in on the mountains there for you. I took all the video footage for it, and the audio's not there. There's no audio. So I don't know if I didn't have my mic plugged in all the way or what, but it's terrible. So I'm probably going to try to record some music to play over the back. So yeah, let's go to that hike, Bonneville Pass. So that got real really fast. A grizzly bear showed up. I was wrapping up that song, the medley for the video, and I heard Jax run off in the woods barking at something, so I went to go grab him, and yeah, it was a grizzly bear. It was about 15 yards from the van. It was in the trees, so I didn't get like a really solid look at it, but I'm pretty sure it was a grizz. It was definitely a bear. I'm fairly certain it was a grizzly bear. And yeah, that was that was kind of scary. So Jax is in the van right now, and I think it's about to pack up. Time to pack up and leave camp. So yeah, we're doing that. But yeah, I think it wandered off. I think it's gone, but I think I'm ready to go. Yeah, I was gonna do a second hike and then put it on my midweek video, but I think we're good. I don't really feel like doing a hike right here again today. So another big flexibility you have beyond being able to move for the weather and, you know, travel, international travel, is the ability to respond to emergencies. You know, when you have a family emergency and you need to go home, not having to worry about rent, not having to worry about your job, not having to worry about all that, and just being able to focus on the emergency itself is a huge advantage. And that's already happened twice since I've been on the road. I've had to respond to two kind of big family emergencies, and I was just able to drop what I was doing and go across the country and deal with it, you know, 3,000 miles away. And being able to do that is tremendous, you know, and not having, you know, to worry about stuff while I'm doing that is really, really great. So being able to respond to things in your life and not having to worry about rent, job, all that stuff. And speaking of jobs, that goes to another huge advantage of nomadic living is, you know, when you're static and living in a town, you know, odds are you're in an employer's market. You know, you're in a place where they have all the advantages, there's not hardly any jobs, and if you lose your job, you have to worry about, you know, making rent and all this stuff, losing your house, and it's stressful. It's a stressful thing to have to deal with. When you're nomadic, you can go wherever the jobs are, not being location bound, not being tied to a spot really opens up your opportunities for employment. And I mean, especially if you're like me and you're not exactly a professional and you're just doing, you know, lower paying jobs, I can go to places where those lower paying jobs are actually decent paying jobs, which is really nice. So yeah, that's probably all I have to say about that. So that's my video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Thanks a bunch. Bye. One last thing. The last time I did a question and answer, I had 740 subscribers. So I want to go ahead and do a question and answer, probably a midweek video. So if you have questions, please throw them down in the comments. And yeah, that'd be great. So ask me questions. Thanks for watching.